figuring this out. It's not always perfect.
I'm a believer.
Not always perfect.
I couldn't leave her if I tried. You want to talk about The Walking Dead?
Carol and or Daryl? Yes, I do.
I was saying to Stu at the Rocks the other day, like, only The Walking Dead could, like, this is the day and age we're living in, right, where a first series of a TV show can be called Daryl Dixon and the second series can be called Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol.
Yeah, that does
and it's
boggle
the same
mind
show.
a little bit.
So it's like series 1 is called Daryl.
Well, and both shows are, I guess, of the same show, but also a Walking Dead spin-off. Like, it's not even like its own original show.
No.
So it's like a spin-off of a spin-off. No. It is pretty outrageous.
I think it's there to make money. What's series 3 going to be called? Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol, featuring Stephen Merchant.
Yeah, well, it's got to be another name that rhymes with Daryl and Carol, you know?
Yeah, to be fair, it does rhyme.
That if they lose the rhyming, they've got nothing, you know?
I enjoyed I'm an idiot, I'll admit it, but I do kind of keep up with these Walking Dead shows purely just for a bit of, like, background viewing after a long day on the site.
Yeah.
So, and I'll say this, I really enjoyed the first series of Daryl. I think I actually generally enjoyed it, and I would consider kind of explaining it as like kind of the Andor of the Walking Dead shows, because all the rest I feel like are absolute
I don't actually have anything to...
Yeah, I don't think he has.
This is just a talk.
No, I didn't. There's nothing really to show, but it started up last week, and there's a new episode out tonight, which honestly I might watch. I don't know. We'll see.
I haven't started yet, but I will watch this season.
You're gonna watch it?
Yeah, I watched the first season of Daryl Wait, is it the Book of Daryl? The first season?
It's just called Daryl Dixon.
So out of the second season, Daryl Dixon, the book
I know.
of Carol.
But you know, there's the Book of Boba Fett.
So what is it? A copy of that?
It just is. They're not even trying anymore. I was severely disappointed by.
I heard the first episode was pretty janky.
It sucked,
and it's already renewed for a third season, which I find very bizarre.
They must have done 2 and 3 at the same time.
Okay, yeah, maybe they shot them together.
These shows, like, it's like try to make a good show challenge. It's just I don't understand.
Impossible.
Oh, yeah, impossible. Not clickbait. I just don't understand, like, these shows. They just don't... I watched The Ones Who Live, which is the long-awaited Rick show.
Try not to cringe, impossible!
Yeah, it was kind of like that. God, it sucked. How did they mess it up? I don't know how. They just did.
So...
do you ever wonder, like, how do these fuckers just, like, do such a bad job? It's like, this is your job. You're getting paid to do this, and it's like...
And this is what...
Any Reddit forum would have told you that this is wrong. I know that meme was, like, written by Reddit, written and directed by Reddit.
Whoa.
But it's like, you should listen to the fans. They're the ones who tune in. It's just so dumb.
I mean, I
try not to cringe impossible.
I don't want to be...
I need that.
I don't want to be cringe myself when I say this, because it's going to sound like I'm sitting on the fence a little bit. But I think
always critical over here.
Sorry, I think there's kind of a middle ground where it's like, I get that argument that if something's going to just make the people who are left watching the show angry, then why do it? Like, that's so silly. But I also get the argument that to a certain degree, you want the creative people behind the show to, you know, do things inventive and not just only make a version of the show that they think would, you know, please the generic audience of fans. Like, I think you have to have creatives have enough freedom to, like, play around and do something a bit wacky and weird. But I don't know. Because did you see the studios are gonna start assembling a group of, like, fans, super fans of the show, basically Redditors. No, I'm serious. Yeah, I'll try and get this up. I'll see if I can.
Hey, get me on there. I wouldn't say I'm a super fan. I guess I do watch all the shows.
I don't know how to find.
I'm certainly vocal about how.
Okay, movies, fans. Let's see if I can find this.
I should rephrase my comment. I'm not saying they should do everything that the fans want them to do, but it's like, I think we've tried to give them enough opportunities to do what they want to do, and it just doesn't work, I guess.
It don't be working.
I think I said what happened in the first episode of Series 2, but it was just so stupid. It logically doesn't make sense. I'm not a pilot, but I'm pretty sure
and
it just doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't really fit.
No, in my opinion. Oh my God. And it got only I think 400,000 people tuned into it, which is this is to show the...
Oh, wow. Yeah. So it's not even doing
Wasn't it 16 million people who tuned into No Sanctuary, which was the Series 6 premiere?
Well, and yeah, you would think that it would get more traction being a Walking Dead show.
Try not to cringe, impossible.
So, okay, let's see if we can have a look at this article, which I didn't even really mean to bring up, but hey, while we're here,
I'm glad you did. D.
It says, okay, wait, let me...
I how they have Rhaenyra in the middle, just smooching.
I'm going to zoom in a little. Get things nice and big for us. Oh, amazing.
So what shows are there? There's The Boys, there's Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah, this is graphic. This is the graphic designer.
Is that Bridgerton?
This is obviously whatever this graphic designer thought would be a funny way to portray...
Is that Bridgerton?
Toxic fan bases.
I think that was the Arcole.
So it says studio marketing executives who talked with Variety agreed that the best defense against toxic fans is to avoid provoking them in the first place. In addition to standard focus group testing, studios will assemble a specialized cluster of superfans to assess possible marketing materials for a major franchise project. The team of Reddit is being assembled.
I did see that, actually, yeah. That's where the written and directed by Reddit came from.
Yeah.
And allow me to rephrase. I'm not saying that this should happen. Most shows do good. But it's just I don't like to talk about Doctor Who too much on this show because, I talk about it
Doctor Who
on my other show. But it's I think that's a great example of there's just so many things on that show where I'm what were they thinking? I don't understand. Who thought this was a good idea? And I have that with the Walking Dead universe all the time. I don't understand. I mean, people are complaining about the Doctor Who ratings being oh, I only had a couple million people watching it. If the Walking Dead spin-offs are getting on terrestrial I think just over 500,000 views, maybe just under, I can't remember. And it's maybe they're getting
that's
quite a bit on AMC Plus. But it's should we be worried about Doctor Who being cancelled when...
That's worse than the Talk Tour podcast.
Yeah, it's doing quite well, actually, for now. Better than this show, unfortunately. I hate to say it, folks.
The Book of Talk Tour.
Isn't she getting a TV show?
Yeah, it'll probably do better than 500k viewers. I mean, let's be real.
I just feel... I'm just you had the chance to just do something cool, and
they don't.
And you don't. So...
Well, if I can say something that's a little random...
Please.
I don't really know why. I finished the God of War game that I've been playing.
Thank you, Dan.
And I started a Resident Evil game, one that came out for the PS5. And that's a zombie game. And it's funny because in the first 10 minutes, I was fighting a zombie and I got bit on the neck. My character got bit on the neck. And she just pushes him off and keeps fighting. And I was okay, so in this game, you can just get bit and it's a flesh wound. And it's just
you got a bit start turning slowly.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't got that far in the game, so maybe, who knows. But I got bit literally the first time I saw a zombie, I got bit. So I'm assuming it doesn't kill you.
I hope Dan
but I was
is
thinking
going to be
about
okay.
it, I was the point, thank you, Donald. The point is that, sometimes you just got to do what's fun. And in a video game, if it's fun that you can just get bit and it's just a way of taking damage and you can keep playing, then you do that. And in a show like this, just make it fun, man. You're in your, 10th, nearly 15th fucking year of a franchise, of a television franchise, and you haven't figured out that when you put out TV episodes, they should just be fun zombie entertainment to watch? Come on!
The issue is, it's there was a scene in the first episode where Carol was wrestling a zombie after she had a car crash, and it's there's no, we know she's going to be in the whole series. What's the...
There's
How many
her
times...
name's in the damn...
Exactly.
It's her book.
It's the book
It can't
of Carol.
end on this fucking... The
It's
first
like,
chapter.
It's like, oh my... It's like, why are we
God.
spending so much time with her, like, wrestling a zombie when we know she's going to be fine? We
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and it's like, there's a series 3 for Christ's sake. What's the BFD? Huh?
Well,
Huh?
do something interesting.
Can
Let
you
us
ask
have
me that,
Let us have
folks?
fun. Let the show be fun again. God damn it.
Make The Walking Dead great again.
Do you understand that, folks?
Make The Walking Dead great again. Don't make me say it a third time. Make The Walking Dead great again.